канал Game Legend Seeker. Ну и все, что вам еще надо-то, ёпта. Надо уже допроходить Макс Пейна, 12 глава. Осталось 4, насколько я помню. У них всего 16 в игре. Вроде как. Возможно, у Макс Пейна все эти проблемы в жизни именно из-за имени с фамилией. Может быть, если бы он взял бы себе имя и фамилию, там, имя, например, минимум. Нет, например, оставить Макс, а фамилия была бы, например, Pleasure. Ну, типа удовольствие. Его жизнь была бы разукрашена другими красками.
It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Tá pesado pra caralho, ele tá cheio de chumbo. Ah, comeu boi.
Кажется, они здесь кого-то сжигают.
Either those guys wheeled their trash out on stretchers, or something was seriously wrong here. When you find yourself in hell, dance with the devil. Oofe. Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence, but I'd written off too many of those already. The Imperial Palace Hotel was a 5-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Você não tá fazendo nada, eu tô fazendo...
Все равно я не понимаю, что они говорят. Хорошее оружие. Вам всем, кажется, пришел конец. Золотое РПГ. Вот это да, вот это я понимаю. Вот это серьезно. Кажется, разоблачили. Да сука! Неудачно. От бутылки почти уже ничего и не осталось нам. Вот это ты зря. Или не очень. Смотрите. Мимо! Мимо! Бляха-муха. А, жопа. 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 В общем, я ее люблю. Это говно. В общем, думаю, что немножко не то оружие выбрал для ведения такой войны. На нах. Я помню, я здесь, кажется, видел золотую пушку, да. Не хочу фонарик, фонарик меня раздражает. Больше, чем помогает. О, РПК. РПК тема. Это да.
De Silva and I had the same fan club. I knew enough and he knew too much. We'd both become targets.
Их можно было подпалить, кстати.
Call it evidence for De Silva.
Ага. Новые доказательства. Ну, конечно.
I
Сам
needed to
поди
find a
сожрешь
way
как можно
upstairs.
быстрее.
Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall.
А, понял.
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in a mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man.
Там же нету патронов. Почти. Бутылку почти все отстрелил.
Ufe. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. De Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get. Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare.
Ну, он вообще-то... А, он же типа ублюдок. Марсело.
Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
Ну, не всегда, но в целом, да. Зачастую так и бывает. Самое простое решение, самое правильное. Да! Сучий потрох. Да ну нет. Так, нужно взять быстро какие-нибудь желательно более дальнострельное оружие. Если я все-таки хочу тут воевать. Хорошо, Сергеич. Хорош, Сергеич. Еще один патрон можно взять. Он же сдох. Кто по мне пальнул-то? Тогда. В чем проблема? Я не понял. Да, блять, опять ты! Ублюдок! Шустрила херов! Все, славно. Я просто решил так более аккуратненько. Я опять не вижу никого. Кто в меня стрельнул-то? Ссаное стекло. Ар! Этот раз. Да, я помню, что это место такое прям неприятное было. Прям очень неприятное. Я бы даже сказал, говнючее. О. На самом деле... Убил того снайпера, вонючего, который меня... До этого дважды убивал. Все, славно. Все хорошо. Вау.
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
Такое. Вот, возьму МП5. О, наконец-то первая роялья, которую я нашел.
There it was, the soundtrack to my life. And, for a few seconds, came harmony. Finally.
Finally. А чем это мы тут таким занимаемся?
What the fuck is going on here? How much do you want? What have you been doing? I am a doctor. I help people. What have you been doing here? It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please. What have you been doing? I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please. Caralho! No. Caralho! Espera, espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho. Não, não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não, não. Pelo amor de Deus. E aí, Totô?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in.
Прямо симулятор коллектора, блин.
He Even I could guess what démolissal meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one.
Неправда. Демолисяю.
It was locked from the outside. They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4 to good use.
Было бы неплохо бы взять какое-нибудь оружие тоже. Раз мы в арсенал пришли.
If I'd thought about this too much, I'd never get through it. Either Victor Bronco and Nevis were doing a lot of charity work together, or this was payment for something else. Were the Crash of Prado in Victor's pocket? Had he tipped them off about the stadium exchange? I had to hurry up before more of those assholes showed up. I'd seen some dark shit in my time, but this was something else. These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats came out of their holes.
Vocês ouviram isso? Ouvi. Quem sai desse prédio desse cara tá morto, hein?
Четверо. Что такое? Почему? Все-таки почему-то искусственный интеллект намного хуже
At
работает.
least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
Бегущим целям, чем по стоячим. Что-то захотелось прям. Что? Ну, кто еще? Че, все?
Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
Ублюдки. Чёртовы. Думают, что могут шутить со мной шутки. Это я шучу с ними шутки.
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building. And all the evil in it.
Vai, vai, rápido, rápido, vai! Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose, let's do it!
Que porra que tá acontecendo aqui?
Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue! That's what my fucking problem is!
I don't know what you're talking about, American. All I know is what I hear about you. You bodyguard for the Brancos. They are all dead. You help the poor. Today, many of them dead. You are a proper American hero.
At least I fucking tried!
Well done with your effort. The whole city is grateful. The great American savior of the poor.
That's right!
You think you made any difference? You think stopping this legitimate business venture is helping anyone?
Legitimate? You're stealing people's organs!
We paid for everything. We have the record.
Oh, so people can sell their livers? Their hearts? Their eyeballs? You're insane, you sick fuck!
We kept people safe in the city. Decent people. Safe. I know a lot of powerful people.
Well, your powerful people aren't gonna help you out of this one, buddy.
Охеренно. Молодец, Макс. Все правильно сделал. А почему не стреляешь? Парень слева стреляет, а ты нет. Справа. С другого лева, то есть справа. Ага. Что это вообще было? Как? Ты там, сука, оказался?
Dangerous, friend.
I kinda like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
The fuck are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. A chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
what are you talking about? I know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo are trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get him to loosen the purse strings on the family money.
They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm happy.
Секунду.
Being a kid, Max, I gotta go.
Fuck you!
Sure, later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
Толстый лысый
I
жердяй.
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Me, I got business to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know it was very wrong.
It's all right, it's done. And hey, I'm having myself a fun old time. Maybe this is how things had to be. Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry I'm leaving. I got a kid coming, you know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Thank you. Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative?
Ну, эдакое, не совсем, там, типа креативное.
De Silva had promised me a
Творческое.
10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up.
Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa, tropa. Ei, moço.
Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai, fudeu! Meu, conta o tempo tomando cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, vou dar uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda.
Patrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocentes!
Por que aqui dentro, rapaz?
Vamos aqui! Eu não fiz nada! O que você vai se acontecer, caralho?
Обожаю
pensando o
такие
quê?
костюмы.
А? Onde é que você
Диджей.
vem? Fica aí, cara!
Охеренный больше. Может даже без обуви. Да может даже без трусов. Ну, кто-то повесился.
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Rapaz, eu vi uma outra versão.
Nós vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
Foi tudo vasculhado.
Hey, what are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him. Answer him. What are you doing? What? What are you doing here? O que você está fazendo aqui? What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Me in the ear.
Hey, answer me. What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
Espera, pra lá!
Вот оружие. У них тут, кажется, был праздник.
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
Чё тут денежек так? Нормально, нормально. Денежек.
Figured I'd bag those up for evidence. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could we know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all.
Olha, olha pra aqui! Vamos, vambora, vambora! Vai,
Luckily
vai,
for
vai!
me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was
Первый раз.
breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô.
Да, я помню.
No apagão, isso é tudo que eu sei.
Одна случайная жертва была. Не то чтобы хотел убивать. Хотя он преступник. А может, конечно, и нет. О!
Look who it is, Mr. Strip Club scumbag.
You,
Yeah, me.
Mr. High and Mighty. You ain't gonna help me.
You get what you deserve, pal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
They were legal.
Mm-hmm.
Я могу тебе помочь. Больше тебе сидеть в тюрьме не придется, брат. Братан, братишка.
It was time to leave this palace before somebody treated me to an The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more presently, it seemed I was too.
Не рассчитал патрон, хотел двоих убить. Но что-то пошло не так. Это тварь. Офигенно. Просто восторг. Да он же не может быть последним, вон там еще один был. Напугал жмурик.
The security switch had to be in that booth. It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell, and no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel. That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
Не успел. Да ёкарный бабай! Что за стрельба такая? А-а-а! Молодец, Макса. Все правильно делаешь. Правильно слушаешься моих команд. Вообще. Супер! Помогаю полиции.
Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
Вот таблеточки. Да сука! Рррр! Злость!
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
Это упырь вообще прям. Я-то думал, я четкий, а он оказался чуть четче.
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
Курица, колбаски, кукурузка, говядина, блин. Рыба. Еще тут стейк такой. Охерел вообще. По-другому не сказать. Хотя нет, мне что-то так понравилось дробовика стрелять. Он прям так сочно. Какие-то пирожки, блин. Охерел. Как так у меня... А, да, точно. Блин, плохо. Надо сейчас будет запотеть. Ага. Я же... Ну, да. Почему ты из женского туалета выбегаешь, грязный извращенец? Открывается так.
Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
Очень надо отойти. Класс. Ну ё-моё, игра зависла. Вот нажимаю после этого на паузу, чтобы отойти на 5 секундочек, блин. Говно. это же место. Окей. Тут угол прыгнул, Максимка. В жопу дробью, браток, братишка. Прямо в сердце.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up half-wit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Ясно, я понял. Кто? Зараза. Сука! А, говно! Блин, почти всех так зарашил. Хорошо. Жалко, гранат нету. Там бы гранату бы.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. They had their body armor, I had mine. If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix.
А, это не дверь. Кажется.
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Блин, говно. Вообще, как с этим целиться? Сука. Да бля, муха! Хороший дробовик. Патронов мало.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now. Luckily, I wasn't the only. Sao Paulo's own David and Goliath. I'd pinned De Silva as a coward, but he'd risked more than anyone, and he'd never taken a bribe.
Ничего себе. Рисковый пацан какой.
If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone. AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money? I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
Это жизнь. Всегда так.
I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room. Now wasn't the time. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers, 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was going to look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
Казалось, что это поляки, а не португальский язык.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself.
Отсылка на первого Макс Пейна.
Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed.
Бежать, бежать, а в конце пути обнаружить самого себя. Там была такая миссия про трип.
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. The bastards had me locked in. This was a waste of time. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
О, моя нога! И умер.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker.
Вот сотрудничай с такими бандитами после всего этого. Хотя удивительно, как он пробрался. Че, он разве что ли не слышал этого? Как кто-то зашел, открыл дверь, спустился. Сомневаюсь. Ой, офигеть меня. Глаза этого. Патронов почти нету. Ой. Патронов были утоляющего. Бау!
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
Then you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Нет, мне не нравится. Я как-то обосрался. И игра обосрался. Что взяла, да вылетела. Так, секунду. Ой, ошибочка. Макс Пейн. Почему я тут ее записал в адвенчуры? Хер знает. Что началось? Так, я бы не отказался. Ладно, срать! Гений я прям. Пидор! Как его еще назвать? Ну, блядь, кто так делает-то? Издеваются надо мной. Патрончиков докинули, спасибо, игра. Приятно. На нахер! Painkillers, бич. Еще один. На в носяру.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past.
Сразу видно, алкаш такие, знаете, глубокомысленные темы задвигает прям. Вообще. Вообще. Ну, конечно, большие-то замки легко отстреливаются, а такие маленькие невозможно. Все же об этом знают.
Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course of destruction. It was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act. It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up.
Интересно, какое-нибудь преимущество мне этот бронежилет реально даст, или он так чисто мишура?
Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem.
О, прикольно. Должно быть интересно. А! Откуда? На нах. Снайперская, я тут не буду бегать слишком. Close quarters fight.
It felt like I was going around in circles, getting further away from the truth. I had to find my way out of there.
Хорошо. Красиво отпрыгнул. Очень много патронов на него потратил. Ну ладно, сдается. Похер. Не буду убивать.
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Net.
Beleza, rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
Так, секунду, прошу прощения. дерьмо. Очень много всякого мусора, который загораживает обзор. Неудобно ориентироваться в этом пространстве. И чё, ну спущусь я, опять поднимусь. Не понравилось, хорошая точка. Сверху более-менее все видно. Показалось. Того стрелял, ошибся. Не туда летишь. Добежать до таблетосов, я там видел. А, меня бы сразу убил, да, мне наконец-то. Буду? Нет, не буду. Не получается у меня то, что я хотел. Раза. Бах, бах.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
You are doing so well! You had to go and spoil it!
А как ты в меня отсюда постреляешь? А? 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 Ого-го.
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
А, на потолке. На потолке! Да... На в пипирку. Ну, сраный говно. Не буду материться на него, он недостоин того. Сука, он меня ведь задел, убил почти. Да говно! Злость! Гнев, гнев! Чё ж я так лажаю-то? Ты, может быть, уже упадешь, а? Да сука! Как же я горю. Молодец, закрути еще вниз. Все, ты сдох? Если ты не сдох, я расстроюсь, реально. Ублюдок ссаный. Индеец Чероки, блин.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker! Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? There's a good fellow.
Well, well, well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the crachá preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
Ядрёна вошь, так он и сказал.
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club.
Hey! Parado aí! Parado!
My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them, too. Every last one of those bastards. check in. Come on, you bastards.
Desert Eagle. Вау! А, я уже все, да? Можно съесть. Не нравится мне этот целеуказатель. Что-то другое. Глок, что ли? Кольт. Бляха-муха. Стоять! На месте, руки за голову. Предупредительный выстрел в живот! Там же еще один был сверху. Готов. Все, и без патронов. Надо обновить боезапас. Очень круто. Да тварь, ублюдок, блин! А! А, горю, пожар. Пожар. Надо остудиться. Все. Я успокоился. Сложно. Так не надо. Возьму прицел, я бы посмотрел. Что угодно. Не хотел. Кто там? Кондом. Ну ты еще помедленнее можешь? Пожалуйста. Не-не-не, нет! Так, хорошо. Ну, не хорошо, но неплохо. Так неохота вылазить оттуда. Да! Так тупо помираю, ну просто жопа. Хорошее место. Тут уже Чинкачку плясать. Чтоб ты сдох.
It felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag. These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet.
Наверняка должна быть аптечка.
Chances were I wasn't going to be alive much longer. So why not get a buzz on? The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal.
О, еще.
The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead. There were UFE all over the airport and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
Давай. На траволаторе поеду. Тоже слова пошли. Что забавно, играет музыка, которую, ну, как бы Макс говорил, что ненавидит. Безопаснее.
A gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge.
Да, конечно, музыка не из дома, а такая в транс отчасти вводит.
They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport.
Вот и все. Музычка закончилась. Начинается другая музычка. Хорошо. Ух ты мой, как же я джебошу. Бах, бах, бах.
Tram to the next terminal was down the escalators.
Сюда повылазят, что ли? Нормально
It didn't
стрелял.
look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
Удивительно, почему.
It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
Сраные гондоны.
I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes.
Son of a bitch!
Didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
В окна. Там еще один должен быть типчик, по-моему. Прямо серьезно вообще за меня взяться.
It was perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
Что, там еще пальцы будут показывать? Да отдохни ты.
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop.
Точно.
It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere. So he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar. But when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey, Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks. Let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Eu tenho tudo sob controle. Tenha uma boa viagem, senhor. I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker. Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não! Não!
Вот этого я не заметил. Ну, осталось.
Look what you've become, Mr. Payne! Another fucking terrorist! I just want to do my job, brother!
Надо одним глазом следить вот за этим ублюдком. На трапе. Ну, последил, и что дальше? Хер ли толку. Может, я хочу в самолет?
What do you expect to achieve here, Mr. Payne?
Ага. Я понял. Особо тут не полазаешь.
You're just another gringo trying to impose his will on our world. What are you looking for? You ain't gonna walk away from all these dead bodies, pal!
Фу!
You're fishing in the wrong pool, Mr. Payne! How many more of your clowns you gonna send to their death?
Шо? Вот и начало игры. Это же ее конец.
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized They were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Get in, Max! I'm in. Just drive the fucking car. Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close.
Очень круто.
There's a whole team of them. Here, over to the right. Don't look good.
Прям сенсроу какой-то пошел.
It's not going to take off without. We're getting hit. Ay! Shit! That about sums it up. They don't want us getting down this runway. Of course they have their armored personal vehicles. Get ahead! I'm normally a behind the desk kind of cop. Only I've been one of them too. Come on! Don't get... That's them! Asshole! Don't worry, border's closed. Come on, come on!
Прям крепкий орешек.
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk. You'll walk with a lift!
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation
Local
is
justice.
underway. Local residents expressed outrage as they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
Наверное, знаете, они пытались сделать что-то типа музыки, как в Джейсоне Борне. В концовке всегда играет моби. Так и здесь что-то типа того. Хорошая игра. Хорошая. Ладно, славно. Ну, всем спасибо за просмотр. Я надеюсь, вам понравилось. Хорошая игра. Сильная серия. Плохих откровенных игр в этой трилогии нету. И это хорошо. Ладно, всем поки. До связи. До встречи.